Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to another vlog. Just got home from shift. The night wasn't too cruel to us, and I'm gonna take you guys along for a full day of eating high protein whole food on a budget. I think there's this preconceived notion or a misconception that eating well has to cost a ton of money, and that's just not the case. So I'm gonna share with you guys what I eat each and every day that allows me to hit my targets, fuel myself with high quality, good food, and not break the bank. So let's get it going. Let's see how good my dog Joey is. Come here, buddy. There he is. There he is, Mr. Floppy Ears. Come on up, up. As you guys can see, I don't know if it's the official start of summer yet, but the weather has finally turned here. It is sunny, it is warm, it is beautiful. And although winters in Canada might be the most dreadful thing in existence, summers in Canada are pretty darn nice. So we're gonna get started rocking and rolling with some electrolytes to begin. That is how I start the day each and every morning. So we're going in with creatine from Transparent Labs, 5 grams every single morning. And then let's go with lemon lime is probably one of my favorite flavors of electrolytes. So we're gonna grab that. We're gonna grab a shaker. We're gonna get this mixed up, and then post shift, you guys know the drill. In order to get the batteries energized, we're gonna hit a workout after we do a little bit of work and have a nice little coffee that I'm gonna make here in a second. Getting in the dribs and drabs of this, this container here. Come on. There we go. And I'm an absolute sweater, so hydrate is a must. Joe, you slurping back there too? You having a drink? You having a drink? That's the goods. You miss me? You miss me with your crusty eyes? I love this guy. I love this guy. I stopped drinking a couple of years ago, but I used to be a big craft beer nerd. I've definitely replaced my craft beer nerdiness with now becoming a bit of a coffee freak, coffee fanatic, but I'll definitely take that vice over the other. And I'm curious for any of you guys, I know this is a thing with a lot of first responders. Have you gone sober? Drop that in the description below, and also say why. It's been one of the most game-changing things for me. I don't demonize alcohol. I think I was using it as a bit of a crutch, and honestly, my life has gotten significantly better since I've stopped drinking. One of the things that I always say to people who are asking me about it or considering it, I say you'll never ever meet a person who says, man, I quit drinking, I feel like crap. I think it forced me to look inwards, ask myself some of the harder questions of why I was drinking in the first place, and I've never looked back. So, pinkies up, some Spro. All right, you guys, we are switching caps. We are going from Firefighter Mitch into business owner, coach, Mitch. I get this all the time. People are like, you actually work as a firefighter? Yes, I actually work as a full-time firefighter, and I work 2 full-time jobs, and it'd be a little bit crazy, but I love it. One of my coaches hit the nail on the head the other day. He said, I never thought I'd find another job that doesn't feel like work. He was alluding to his job as a coach, because watching other people succeed, supporting other people to realize their potential is honestly one of the most fulfilling things in the world, and that's why this job has never felt like a job, because I just love seeing other first responders thrive and win. But that definitely applies to this. Is like, it doesn't feel like work. That being said, entrepreneurship was once described as eating glass, is what they said it was very similar to, and I can definitely appreciate that. I enjoy every minute of it, but yes, I do in fact work full-time as a firefighter, so I do my thing, and then I come home and I immediately get right into this. So we're gonna get stuck into some work. I kind of get this out of the way, and then I'm gonna prioritize movement and exercise, because that makes me feel amazing. I have a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm gonna do in terms of team calls and all that stuff. I might take you guys, give you some inside looks as to what things look like behind the scenes with Everyday Heroes. I actually have one of my team-wide calls today with my whole entire team. Currently have about 20 people that work inside our organization, which is crazy and wild and wacky and weird, and I never thought in a million years that I would say that. So I gotta do some editing for today's video, and then we are going to exercise, and then I'm gonna take you guys, well, you know I'm taking you along. I'm gonna show you guys meal one and the rest of the meals throughout the day. I'm a big proponent of intermittent fasting. It just works for me. I find that like, I feel the best in the morning when I have an empty stomach. Not the best for everyone. There's different times that I might actually eat something if I'm doing like a really high intensity workout or something that's very long duration, but for the most part, it's electrolytes and coffee for me in the morning. I'm trying to get lean for the summer, so I've also been doing like a ruck midday. I'm also doing something crazy this fall that you guys are gonna hear about very, very soon, which is why I'm getting used to having a lot of weight on my shoulders, but gonna take the dog for our like 45-minute loop, steps, and your NEAT, your non-exercise active thermogenesis, which is basically a really fancy way of saying the things that you do outside of the gym are actually the things that are gonna burn the most calories. So the more steps, the more walking you can do, it's really gonna help, especially weighted walking is awesome, especially us as firefighters, because we carry an FCBA around. So that is gonna be kind of like my second exercise session. Take the dog, get some sun, vitamin D, all good things. And that's pretty much what the day's gonna look like. So cue the work time lapse. First bout of work done for the day, and now it's time to work out. And like I said, the weather here has been so much nicer. So we are going to take the skier, rower, and assault bike out into the beautiful sunshine, and we're gonna do some interval work. My work days are usually pretty physiologically taxing. I always run before work, and I'm gonna leave some more breadcrumbs. I'm running a lot more because of a big, exciting challenge that I'm gonna be announcing and sharing with you guys on this platform in the fall, as well as the build up to that. But yeah, running volume has been high, so basically running about 10 kilometers a day. And then I usually lift on shift. Because I need that kind of like midday boost. I find around like 3 o'clock, I get a little bit groggy, slow, and it kind of gives me the pick-me-up that I need to push through the rest of the shift. And then B, like training with your coworkers is the greatest way to build trust, camaraderie, and it's just one of my favorite things about the job. So usually days at work are pretty demanding in addition to all the steps that we cover and the lack of sleep that is usually associated with that. So today's probably gonna be a little bit shorter. The intensity is gonna be a little bit higher just because, yeah, the body is feeling a little bit taxed after yesterday. We will come back in here. I got a little bit more work to do, and then that'll probably bring us to around 12 o'clock-ish, and we'll get into meal number 1 with you guys. Yeah. All right, time to train. We're gonna throw on the Garmin HRM 600 heart rate monitor, just because I like data, and I find with, especially with the skier and the rower, how much I'm moving my arms, the heart rate data can be pretty inaccurate. So I'm gonna throw that baby on, and then I get a ton of questions about what watch I wear. So this is the Phoenix 8. I actually been very fortunate to partner with Garmin. So if you guys want, I'm gonna throw in my description down below where you can find the watch that is right for you. So they kind of have this little questionnaire based on what you do, what you train for, what watch is the best option. So I'll drop that in the description. And now it's time to train! Can we talk about what this bird had for lunch, bro? Like, dog, you shit in my car like 52 times, man. Friggin' roll. Alrighty, super basic. 15 cals, 15 cals, 15 cals. AMRAP 30 as many rounds as possible in 30 minutes. We're not pushing like threshold VO2 max. This is gonna be more aerobic, get a sweat, get a move on, get the endorphins pumping so I can power through post shift. I always talk about this, and a lot of my clients say the same thing, is like I feel 1,000 times better. Although I never want to train, when I do train, I feel 1,000 times better. Let's get it. I'm new to this neighborhood, so this is also a way of me just asserting my dominance. Well, there you have it, you guys. Workout done. Average heart rate of 130, We did 40 minutes instead of 30. Things are feeling good. Pup was getting some sun, so I felt it'd be good to stretch it for another 10 minutes. 583 calories burned. I'll put all of the data up on screen for you there just so you can see. And again, really nice having accurate data. Wrist data, 15 to 20 beats per minute off sometimes, depending, especially with these movements as we're moving the arms up and down like crazy. It causes a more inaccurate reading. So this is always your best bet. I always tell people you don't need all these smart wearables, although they're a fantastic addition. Training just off of perceived effort is a really good way to start. But as you kind of want to progress your fitness and get a little bit more data and insights, things like smart wearables, heart rate monitors can be really, really effective. I got a little bit of work to do. Team-wide call. We might show you guys some footage of me just preaching to the men and women that work for Everyday Heroes, and then we'll get into meal number 1. And sidebar note, I thought this gear was such a gimmick. I thought it was this like high rock trendy BS. This is probably my favorite piece of cardio equipment, especially as firefighters. You think of all the swinging of tools working overhead that we need, all that deep core and upper body strength. It's so fantastic. And for any of you that have swam before and understand the swimmer's pump, it's a great form of cardio, but also gets like lats, shoulders, chest, core, everything working. So I absolutely love this thing. I said I was meeting with my amazing team. If you guys just want to give us a big wave, I'm going to take my headphones off. This is the beating heart. This is what happens when you build an incredible team. Look at all these amazing people. They allow me to do what I do. So everyone unmute and just give us some love and some noise, because I think you should come through my speaker. It's not working here. One sec. Okay, let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo! I love it. You guys are the best. All right, so the time is 12 o'clock Eastern. We are breaking the fast with a little bit of coconut water. Got my last call here, and then it's egg time. 12:53, and we are breaking the fast. So it is egg time. Shout outs, I got these Caraway pans recently. They're like non-toxic, non-stick pans. We know as firefighters we're exposed to a lot of junk. I've probably eaten 3 pounds of non-stick in my career. So having stuff like this, these little changes at home, make a big difference. Alrighty, tiny bit of tallow in the pan. A little natural non-stick, some good healthy fats. And then we're gonna go in with 5 eggs, you guys. So for each meal, I'm gonna put the price on screen, because again, I think I really wanna reiterate in this video, like it doesn't have to cost a lot to eat good. And this is a prime example of like, these are farm fresh eggs that I get literally down the street. They sell a dozen for $4. No brainer eggs. Like this is one of those foods that I could eat I do eat every day. Solid, high protein, micro, macro nutrients. They are a staple, inexpensive breakfast item for me. So, going in with 5. That was a bush league crack. Pro tip, best way to take a shell out of eggs is actually using the shell. Pro tip, eggs sense fear. You have to be confident. Bunch of lovely local farm fresh eggs. Meal number 1. 5 farm fresh eggs, a little hunk of toasted sourdough that we had left over. I got a banana that I'm gonna put a little bit of natural peanut butter on, and then we have a Transparent Labs protein bar, which is like the highlight of my morning, the thing that I finished my meal with. So I'm gonna put the total cost. We're gonna do a running total as the day goes to show you the cost of the food per serving, per meal, as well as the macros on screen, just so you guys have an idea of how much food I'm putting into my body. So it is 1:02. Session done, work done. I am super, super hungry, so I'm gonna smash this. And last but not least, little bit of ketchup. Let me know in the comments below, you guys. Ketchup on eggs, yes or no? Nothing like a little egg in the old stash. Local sourdough too, freaking so good. And then probably my favorite part of the meal. Anyone that knows me knows I am a peanut butter fanatic. This is the bite right there.
You have ketchup on your face.
No ketchup on your face. Oh. Throwing the rucksack on. Just like your SCBA, cinch it down nice and tight on your hips. That way most of the weight sits here. Loosen off these babies. Come on, Joe. Grab your dog. Check. Apple. Check. Let's ruck it up. Let's ruck it up, Joe. We just moved to this area in December and we've kind of been cooped up inside. And now that the weather's gotten nicer, me and the doggy, cute doggy, have been able, Joey, come here. We've been able to do a lot more exploring, and honestly, being able to do stuff like this with the sun on my skin, walking my dog with no leash, no collar, not a worry in the world is honestly been so worth it. I think as first responders, or at least maybe I'm speaking for myself, but I know this isn't the case because I've worked with a lot of people like me, is we're really good at going, we're really good at grinding, we're really good at serving, we're really good at providing for other people, but slowing down is something that we really struggle with. And I always tell people, if like not doing stuff, if slowing down, if being present, if trying to find peace is really uncomfortable, it's probably a really good indication that you need more of it. Not only just for our mental health, but when you also think of the body and the nervous system, systemic, constant stress all the time just wreaks havoc on your body and mind. It'll interfere sleep, it'll affect your mental health, it'll affect appetite, it'll affect recovery, it'll increase inflammation. And that's why you guys, like, yes, eating good food is really important, but also nourishing your soul with activities like this is so big. I always tell, the clients and the people that we work with is fitness and nutrition is the starting point, but being able to do that inner work, ask yourself those harder questions, that's where true vitality, that's where the magic lies. And as I step into this big farmer's field with that beautiful breeze blowing on my skin, I'm reminded of that fact. And there's a lot of work to do, but I've definitely come a long way. On that note of kind of like knowing what you need more of, knowing what you need less of, it's a very interesting practice that you guys can try. Take a couple minutes, go to a quiet place where you're comfortable, and just let your mind run, let it race. Don't try to meditate, don't try to control your thoughts. And what you'll find is usually what you need, the message that you need, the thing that you need to do will come up. Your body, your mind, you have a great intuition. I just think us as people, we get so wrapped up in 101 different things that we fail to listen. I think intuitively we usually all know what we need more of, and if we're not willing to listen, if we're willing to get quiet enough, usually our body will tell us. And I know that has definitely worked many times for me, but look how happy this goof is. Hey Goofy. Hey Goofy Goober. And come on guys, this beautiful path, all to myself, life is good. I'm blessed, and for anyone that follows along with these videos or supported Everyday Heroes in any way, shape, or form, I just want to thank you. You guys have allowed so many opportunities for me and my family, and with the servant's heart that I have, my only hope is to give more than I take and leave things better than I found them. But if you've been here for any amount of time, or if you're brand new here, thank you. Rock done. Joey. Show the internet these hot dogs. Couple hot dogs, me and you. Time for a yogurt bowl. Do you want a treat? Do you want to go get a treat? I think he does. Let's go. Go to your bed. Marky's in the back. Marky, say hi to the internet.
Hi, internet.
Dentist stick for dog. Would dog like dentist stick? Confirmed, dog wants dentist stick. Doggy ASMR? Yeah. Oh, that'll go crunch. All right, I'm gonna put you guys on right now. This is the signature Mitch Gourley peanut butter and jam. You can see there's a common thread here. There's lots of peanut butter in this house. Yogurt bowl. So, because I've been counting calories for eons and eons, I know what about 350 grams of yogurt looks like. So, I got a little bit left in this tub. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Beautiful. Yogurt in your mustache. Perfect. And then we're gonna take a scoop of the Transparent Labs vanilla peanut butter protein. A heaping scoop as I spill over the place. Nice part about this, no dishes because we're using the yogurt container. Then we're gonna take some of this jam that I got at the Austin Half Marathon for free, but it's actually really good. It's like, got some real fruit in it, but I think it's like crazy low cal. It's like 5 calories per serving and it's pretty sweet. So I'm gonna put A heaping teaspoon and a tablespoon and a half there. You don't want to eat the food at my house, as you can see, as I'm putting my mouth on every spoon and then putting it into other jars. And then again, just a little bit. We're gonna do another like 15 grams of peanut butter in here. And we're just gonna mix that up. And I'm gonna put the calories and cost for this one as well. Running total, see what we're at for today. You guys, this tastes really freaking good. And it's also, geez, if I can actually keep it in the container, we're losing protein as we speak. And it's got like an absurd amount of protein as well. Like with the protein powder and the yogurt, we're probably looking at 60 to 80 grams. Again, I'll do some calculations after the fact, but I spilt half the protein. So it's half protein because most of it's on the counter. That is what it looks like. Again, absolute staple. Back in the gym. Just finished my last little bout of work till I got 2 more calls after this. But I'm gonna have a quick little plunge in the Ice Barrel 500 and my sauna. This is honestly one of the greatest ways to end the day and absolute recovery cheat code. So quick little contrast, a little bit more work, and then it's family time. I'm gonna hang out with the doggy, hang out with the wife, have some good food, show you guys what we're having for din din, and then pre-bed snack, and we'll have the end totals for what today cost to eat as well as the full macros. But for now, hopping in the sauna. Oh, she's hot in here, boy. All right, time to go from like 200 degrees Fahrenheit to like 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Massive inflammation, circulation benefits from cold plunging, but as a first responder, it's the mental resilience piece. I never wanna get in there, and my ability to control my breath used to be terrible, and now it's instantaneous. The gasp reflex is almost non-existent. It's because cold plunging has forced me to control my stress response. You guys have never done that? I've never done hard drugs, but if I did, I imagine the euphoric feeling after you get out of this thing is pretty darn similar. I promise, don't do drugs.
I forgot to mention what we're making for dinner, so I'm back. We are doing coconut sushi rice with ground beef, as always, with this Japanese barbecue seasoning. This is the best thing ever. I used to make all my sauces by scratch, and our fridge is like 90% Greek yogurt, 5% condiments, and then 5% fruit. We started to use this because it's kind of just all the ingredients that I would put in myself. Calories are fine, macros are fine, so I'm just like, I'm gonna make my life a little bit easier and use this, but ingredients are just soy sauce, cane sugar, mirin, tomato paste, organic ginger, green onion, rice vinegar, garlic, sea salt, and toasted sesame oil. It's like nothing weird, and it makes my life a lot easier, like I said. And then on the side, we are gonna do like a super inauthentic cucumber salad, and all I do with that is essentially toss in whatever we have. So we have this like very sad bag of mini cucumbers that I bought at Costco the other day. They were $2, so I was like, I'm gonna grab 2 of those, and this is what we have left. And then I'm gonna add in a little bit of cilantro, chili oil, soy sauce, maybe some sesame seeds. We'll see what we have. We'll see what we haven't run out of. All right, you guys, there we have dinner. This is one of the absolute staples in the Gourley household. I will put the price, the rolling total, and calories on screen for you guys. Ground beef, super affordable. Rice, you can get a ton of that for super cheap. This delicious cucumber salad that is basic and absolutely packed with flavor. Thanks to yours truly, my sweetie pie, for making this dinner. So we're gonna grub up on this, and then... And this is what a normal portion looks like in comparison.
Boys gotta eat. And then Mr. Man, Joey, even gets a little bit of grass-fed ground beef as well. Family's eating good tonight. This is the point post-shift where like I feel like all the momentum and energy from the day is finally wearing off. Having a bit of itis from dinner. My eyes are like basically slits because I can barely keep them open. So a little bit of family time. Gonna enjoy this beautiful summer. I don't even know if it's summer yet. Summer-ish evening. I'll meet you guys back for a little I can't even think anymore, man. Pre-bed snacky poo, and that'll be it. We're running on fumes. We're almost there. It's been a great day. All right, little nightcap as the dishwasher gurgles behind me. A cup of skim milk, some of Transparent Labs chocolate chip cookie dough protein powder. We are going to, what? New flavor. I don't know that. It's friggin' damn good, I'll tell you that for free. And we're gonna go in there with that, and we're gonna take some puffed rice cereal. We got basically the fancy version of Rice Krispies that I managed to absolutely botch the box. We're gonna do about 2 servings of that in our bowl here. Toss that baby back in there. We are going to give this baby a shake, shake, shake. And there you have it, a little sweet protein-packed treat. I don't know about y'all, but I am an absolute sucker for some cereal. So we are going to go over top just like that. Sweet chocolate chip cookie dough deliciousness. Boom, to end our day. So we will put the final tally up here for you guys, what it cost me to eat this high protein, healthy, whole food, full day of eating as a firefighter post shift with the calories on screen as well. I'm gonna go grab a spoon, sit with my wife and my dog, watch some TV, and go to bed because it's been a long day and this boy is ready for sleep. So you guys know the drill. Until next time, train hard, stay safe, own your oath. Much love. Peace.